Psychetruth. Life, wisdom.
Hello, I'm Katrina Repman, and today I would like to share with you some yoga postures to relieve severe anxiety or panic attacks. I've had several requests to do a video like this, and as an individual who's had plenty of experience with depression and anxiety, I'm really humbled to be able to share with you some techniques that work for me. So please, favorite this video, and whenever you're feeling overwhelming anxiety or panic, please watch along. And leave me a comment. I would love to know what techniques work for you when you're feeling really stressed. To begin, find a place where you feel safe, a space large enough where you can roll out your yoga mat and grab a stack of bath towels to take with you to support in some of the postures. Dim the lights, turn them off completely, whatever makes you most comfortable, and we'll begin on our backs. We'll take the legs down long, taking up the whole length of the mat. Arms beginning by our sides. We'll place one hand over the heart and then the other, linking the thumbs and applying gentle pressure to the chest. This is very calming for the nervous system, and you may notice an emotional shift fairly quickly. Find your breath here. Slow it down. Inhale slowly and completely. Exhale slowly and completely. Notice the many thoughts in your mind. Don't try to push them away or change them. Let them go. Let them scatter, whirlwind, whatever they need to do. But keep your focus centered on your breath, feeling your heartbeat below your hands. Beginning to count slowly the length of each breath. 1, 2, 3 for an inhale. Holding for 3 counts before we exhale. 1, 2, 3. We'll pause again and then inhale. 1, 2, 3. Holding. Exhaling together. 1, 2, 3. We'll continue to count our inhales and exhales. And as we slow them, we'll increase this count to 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. We'll slow the breath to slow the mind. Feeling the comfort from that mild pressure on the chest. Relaxing the rest of the body completely. Feeling the belly lift with an inhale, stretched as we pause, and deflating with an exhale. Scanning the body, noticing where we feel tension, where we feel relaxed, watching the thoughts, noticing if they're still at a whirlwind pace or if they're beginning to slow down. Continuing to let any thoughts flow, not trying to stop them or judge them or buy into them. Finding that calm center, separate from your thoughts, separate from your body. Feeling the gentle weight of your palms over your chest. Finding comfort there. We can stay here for as long as you'd like. And if you're ready to flow into another pose, you can follow along with me. We'll take our hands down along the side and use them to roll onto the right hip in a fetal position, using the right arm for a pillow. We'll stay here. Eyes can be open or closed. The body can stay loose or curled up relatively tight. Wherever you feel most comfortable and most secure. Continuing to stay with the breath. If you feel a chill, or were especially comforted by the light pressure over the chest in the previous pose, we can grab a blanket or a towel and slide it up over the shoulder in this position. Breathing here. Allowing any thoughts in our minds to flow through naturally. Trying to see if we can separate our emotional reaction from the words we might think to ourselves. As we begin to become more calm, noticing what happens to the thoughts. If we start to think even more aggravating things as our mind attempts to rile us up and get our attention. We'll stay with the breath, finding that calm center. Choosing not to react to the thoughts that cross our mind. Remembering that if anything truly important comes up now, it will return to us later when we're in a better place to deal with it. But before we can do any good, it's most important that we find a way to calm ourselves. We can stay here as long as we'd like, and whenever you're ready, we'll transition to another pose. Coming to face our mat, our bellies completely on the ground. We'll take arms out to the side, and place one cheek to the mat, hugging the earth, feeling that gentle pressure return to the chest, this time as our mat meets it. Again, we can have the eyes opened or closed. Breathing here. We can continue to count the length of our inhales and our exhales. Scanning the body, noticing now where we hold tension, where we feel relaxed. Noticing if our thoughts have slowed down, or if we're still rushing through them. Allowing ourselves to experience whatever we need to experience. Labeling discomfort as merely discomfort, and remembering that it too will pass. It's not uncommon for a wave of emotions to meet us here on the mat. I invite you to welcome those as well. Finding stillness with the body as we wait for the mind to find the same. Finding comfort close to the ground. We can go ahead and turn to have the other cheek meet the mat, balancing out the experience of the neck. And we can switch the head position back and forth slowly after several minutes as we need to, depending on how long we stay in the pose. Hearing the sound of our breath echo in our ears. Letting each breath come over us slowly like the sound of rolling ocean waves. Letting the breath slow, feeling the heart slow, allowing the mind to slow down as well. Often it can be a struggle to allow ourselves to find stillness when we live in a time and a place and a world where there's so much value placed on productivity. And the whole world seems to operate at such a fast pace. But those of us who are often greeted by anxiety know how important it can be to take time away from the expectations of others and ourselves and slow down. Find our calm center before we pick up at a relaxed pace. No amount of productivity is as important as the way that we're able to enjoy our own lives. We can stay here as long as you'd like. This particular pose is my absolute favorite during times of severe anxiety or panic attacks. But if your body is feeling ready to flow into something a little different, we can slide our hands under our shoulders and press back into a child's pose. And if this is feeling a little too cramped for you, we can invite a block, maybe one under the chest and another under the forehead. Allowing ourselves to feel completely supported in this pose. Again, here enjoying the sensation of gentle pressure over the chest. Staying with our breath. Enjoying our lengthened inhales and slow exhales. Checking in with our body. Noticing whether we feel relaxed in any more places. Checking in with our thoughts, both the pace of these thoughts and the nature of them. Noticing if that calm center has begun to make an appearance. Perhaps a gentle voice has joined our thoughts in addition to the whirlwind of worries. And even if we still continue to fight a flurry of raging thoughts, allowing that to be as well. Sometimes it takes time for us to settle. Let's allow ourselves that time, judgment-free. Honoring our experience, whatever that looks like. Staying here for ourselves as long as we need to. There is nothing more important than taking this time to take care of ourselves. And if this pose is offering us what we need right now, we can stay as long as we'd like. And if you're ready to shift somewhere new, we can gently lift ourselves up, removing our blocks. And now we'll take 3 bath towels or blankets, stacking them on top of one another in the center of our mat. And from here, we'll slide these blankets or towels right up against our backs. We can take our feet long against the mat or bring the soles of the feet together as we carefully lower ourselves over the stack of blankets. We can take our arms out to the side or configure them overhead in a halo. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. And if this brings any intense pressure to your back, you can lower the stack of blankets or towels, keeping in mind that this posture can lend itself to quite a bit of emotional release. This backward bend, a heart-opening position, is one of great surrender, and I recommend waiting until you're nearing the end of your anxiety to open up into this position. Otherwise, you risk feeling a little too exposed too soon. However, if you're ready to trigger an emotional release, perhaps shed a few tears, this is a great place to turn to. As for me, it often helps break that wall. And if you'd like to be in this posture but feel a little more protected, we can again return the hands to the heart, providing some gentle pressure here. Staying with our breath. Observing our thoughts. Finding our calm center beneath the anxiety, beneath the emotional triggers. That place of stillness that deep inside of us knows that everything will be all right. Finding that place inside ourselves and sending light there. Helping it grow. Creating a larger, stronger foundation of stability. So that we may find it faster, easier, each time anxiety or panic knocks at our door. Recognizing that we have all the tools inside of ourselves to calm down, to feel strong, to have relief. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you feel comfortable, for as long as it helps your emotions to pour out, for as long as it helps you to surrender to your experience. And when you're ready, we can press both feet into the floor to remove the stack of blankets and lower ourselves to the ground. Arms alongside, feet out towards the mat. We might stay here. We might return the hands to the heart. Finding that gentle pressure. Finding that comfort inside of ourselves. We can rest here, or we can begin this sequence from the beginning, as many times as we need to, until we feel like our right selves again. And when you're ready to rise, I encourage you to take your time. We'll roll back into that fetal position on the right side, using the arm for a pillow, enjoying several unhurried breaths here. And as you're ready, we'll place the left hand in front of the chest, pressing our weight into it, and our right hand to gently lift our body back to seated, letting the head hang heavy and bringing it up last. Thank you so much for tuning in and working through your anxiety with me. For those of us who have anxiety, please remember to be proactive. Don't wait until you're under severe anxiety or a panic attack to do something about it. Watch a relaxation video every day or at least every other to help prevent severe bouts. Be mindful of your caffeine and sugar intake. Notice what that does to your body. And as best you can, slow down and allow yourself to get plenty of sleep. My name is Katrina Repman, And if you'd like to learn more about me, you can check out my website, KatrinaRepman.com. Please favorite this video if it helped you. Watch it anytime you need. And be sure to subscribe to Psychetruth. We've got hundreds of health and wellness videos to help you on your path.